Hello, my name is Kalisha Delia. I'm from the class 10B, and in this video, I will be showing you all how to make chocolate chip cookies without a mixer, an oven, or a microwave on a stovetop with a Teflon. Enjoy! You will need a kitchen scale, two large bowls, a grater, a teaspoon, a tablespoon, and do not forget your whisk. For the ingredients you will need 2 medium-sized eggs, 200 grams of sugar, 100 grams of gula mera, 200 grams of margarine, 400 grams of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and as much chocolate as you need. For the first step, prepare a large bowl, your scale, and your sugar. It is essential for you to not forget to calibrate your scale and make sure you are on the correct unit setting. Next, you will carefully measure out 200 grams of sugar. For this next step, you will need the sugar bowl from earlier, gula mera, and a grater. Next, you will need to grate 1 cylinder of gula mera into the sugar bowl from before. After the gula mera has been grated into the bowl, you will need to mix it properly. Once fully mixed, it will have to look something like this. Now, you will need to add 200 grams of margarine into your mix. Next, you will need to mix everything until it reaches this kind of consistency. Now crack 2 eggs into a separate bowl or directly into the mix. Don't forget to wash your hands. If you use the separate bowl, add the eggs into the mix. Then stir everything together until you do not feel any more hard lumps. In the second bowl, use your scale to measure out 400 grams of flour. Then, you can add 1 teaspoon of baking powder into the flour. Next, add half a teaspoon of salt into the dry mix. After that, you will need to slowly incorporate the dry ingredients into the first bowl. After a few scoops, stir until you no longer see any white in the mix. Repeat until all the dry ingredients are finished. Your dough should look something like this. Next, if you are using dark chocolate compound, you will need to cut the chocolate into small pieces. Be careful when you are using a knife. Next, add half of your chocolate into the bowl and mix them all together. After mixing, measure out 50 grams of cookie dough and roll it into a ball. Then, set it aside on a plate. Once you've used all the dough, add the remaining chocolate from before. Next, you will need to chill the cookie dough balls for around 30 minutes to 3 hours.
You brought a friend?
Ma'am, this is a restricted area. I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Oh God, they're after me!
Come on, ma'am.
Lastly, you will need to cook the cookies on a Teflon on low heat. Make sure you cover the Teflon with a lid. After you bake all the cookies, This will be the finished product.
Review dari saya ini enak banget. Alhamdulillah, terima kasih Kalisa. Ini kayak gua nih. Ayo review.
Cheers!
Ini dia dalamnya lembut. Apa tuh gitu. Coklatnya banyak banget.